Okay, I want to give you a few remarks to think about before we go to the last section, which is really addressing the future. So we talked about at the beginning how we were going to really focus on what exists today. Our pyramid, the ones out there. The next question is, why does it exist? Who are we? And what are we going to do about the possibility of the black swan? And so a lot of this comes down to what's the nature of the universe? Of course, we always come to this. Let's think about this. Is it survival? Is it love? Is it cooperation? Let's turn to the experts. Adam Smith was the father of capitalism. He was the Gordon Gekko of, was it the 1600s or 1700s? Laissez-faire, pure capitalism. Greed is good. Greed creates efficiency. John Nash came along. There was a movie, Beautiful Mind, made about him. He got a Nobel Prize for proving Adam Smith was wrong. It's not about greed. It's about what's right for me and you together. We need to consider them together. But John Nash forgot one important thing, was the pyramid is based on denial. People behave the way they behave. The pyramid is something that a scientist issuing a Nobel Prize did not take into consideration. So where does this leave us? If the experts give us no guidance, the Nobel Prize folks give us no guidance, now what? Our founding fathers didn't even give us guidance. When you vote, are you supposed to vote for what's good for you? Or are you supposed to vote for what's good for everybody, including you? Maybe the nature of the universe is competition, like nature. Isaac Asimov asked, what's after capitalism? Jung said we're in denial, so how can we possibly know? We believe what we want to believe. Maybe it's God, maybe faith. Einstein said there's a dual nature of matter. That's actually something he discovered before relativity. So where does this leave us? The pyramid is a fine-tuned system which has evolved. The universe has also evolved. The reason why the universe even exists is because the forces of physics are finely in balance. If any one of them was slightly off, the universe wouldn't even exist. So what is it that drives us? Is it survival? Is it joy? Is it love? Is it molecules frolicking around? Is it just competition? Is it Darwinism? You can't design an ecosystem. You can't design a pyramid. You can't design a planet. If you go to seed a planet that has no life on it, it's going to evolve on its own. And here's how the evolution of the pyramid has occurred. Here's how the miracle of modern plumbing, the miracle, has occurred slowly. Each person in the pyramid, there's a wall between them and the one above them. They're not aware of the rabbit hole that is above them, except we as the orchestrators, we sit here at the top looking up out into the stars and the evolution of the universe. And it's hard for us to see clearly. It's hard for us not to be in denial because we're not God. We may act like it sometimes, but we're not. The nature of the pyramid is that the aggressive, idealistic people who want to change the world have no idea of the complexity of what they're dealing with. And a lot of them have chosen to self-medicate. They don't want to know where the oil comes from. They don't want to acknowledge that the Renaissance was not possible without religion, the pyramid of the religion. As much, even if you can't stand religion, you can't deny it. That evolution required religion. It required that pyramid. It requires this pyramid. You have taken the red pill. You have eaten the red apple. You're in this room. What is the nature of evolution? We have to look at it. Is it evolution or intelligent design? How about both? Einstein said the dual nature of matter. But let's define what is that intelligence. I believe in intelligent design. Intelligent design is just a word. It's individuals making decisions, not one God. When we moved from the sea to the land, each of us had a choice. Where are we black swans? Are we going to take the red pill? Are we going to jump up onto the land? Are we going to drink our own Kool-Aid and relax in the ocean? Those who made it out to the land thrived. And maybe the next step is out to the stars or some intermediate step between now and then. Each one of us has a choice. Do we want to drink our own Kool-Aid, or do we want to take that red pill and the pain that it causes? I look at a child's eyes And I see so much joy, and I feel afraid of what kind of garbage they're going to have to hear from their parents. The denial of people who took on mortgages they knew they couldn't afford because somebody offered it to them. When we think ahead, what's the nature of the universe? I mean, who knows? It's going to be whatever we want it to be. Nobody knows the answer to that. Each one of us has a choice to make an intelligent decision. And let the people who really understand what intelligent design is, us, to make sure that it goes in the right direction.